Hello. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm organizing this small closet. Now I know you've probably seen a lot of closet organizations and they're usually like walk-in closets and fancy stuff, but let's be practical. Not everybody has that. So this is a good size closet for any average person. It does sure hold a lot. So one of the things that I wanted to do was just give some organization. It's practical. So you're gonna see luggages, you're gonna see shoe boxes, even golf clubs, right? But it doesn't mean that it can't have a sense of organization. It doesn't mean that it can't look put together or aesthetically pleasing. I started off in my robe and I already got hot, so I had to remove that robe. The first thing I'm doing right now is just removing all the clutter on the floor. Now when you're reorganizing a closet, most people, they like to empty everything out, but personally I think that can be so overwhelming, and if you're not careful you may feel like you've taken on too much and get discouraged along the way. So my tactic was to just go ahead and just remove all the stuff that was visibly on the floor. Number one, so that I could clean the floor because it's carpeted and I wanted to vacuum it, but also because I wanted to see what landscape I was working with. So that was me after I cleared everything out from the bottom. All right, then once I do that, I do need to clear the stuff on the top because I wanted to kind of work or see what I was working on in terms of what storage I can do on top and what I can do on bottom. Originally in this closet, the shoe boxes were on the floor. I kind of think I want to put the shoe boxes up top and maybe then put the linen on the floor. I wasn't sure, but I knew I wanted to clear both spaces. That way I could see exactly what I'm working with. So as you see, once I'm getting stuff out, and there was a lot of stuff, you'd be so surprised at the amount of things we hold in our closet because we just keep tucking stuff away. So I feel like a closet organization is definitely helpful if you do it, I would say every 3 to 6 months, just to get a good landscape of what you're working with. Sometimes we find clothing that we've not been wearing or didn't even know that we had. Now in this particular room there is a Nike sticky I don't even know what you call that. It's authentic to the owner of this closet, so we are leaving that in there. I think another way to be resourceful in doing that, if you really wanted it, is to mount it, but I wasn't going to do all of that today, so I just kind of secured it in that little space and I'm just going to work around it. The owner can decide what they want to do with it. So since I've cleared all the top shelves and I've also cleared the bottom, now I need to assess to see what I'm going to do with the rest of this space. I knew I did not want to take all the clothing out, so while they're hung, I think I'm just going to go through and kind of organize. So here I go, vacuuming just before I get anything back inside the closet. I want to make sure that the floor is clean. It's clean and nice. I'm looking up top now to go through all of these shirts, and there's a lot of hoodies and t-shirts and jackets and stuff. Again, I don't want to take everything down, but one thing I really like with a closet is when all the hangers are coordinated. So if we're using plastic hangers, that's fine as long as they're all one color. I'm totally okay with that. So part of what I'm doing here is to kind of, anything that's not a white plastic hanger, I'm taking it down, and I had some extra plastic hangers that I was going to be replacing them with. While I'm doing that, I'm kind of assessing the pieces to see if there's anything that I feel can be thrown out, because this is also a little bit of decluttering. Like some of these don't fit anymore or look in their best shape anymore, so maybe they can be given away, donated, or sold, right? So I am going to go through this section and kind of just take all of those clothing with the iron racks and replace them with the plastic hangers. Another thing you'll see me doing is color coordinating everything. So while I'm changing out the hangers, I'm also color coordinating and also organizing it in a way where the thicker jackets, oops, I found more stuff. You see, I tell you, it's so easy for you to tuck stuff away in every little corner in your closet. So I found some other pieces that I needed to clear out. If I'm gonna do a real organization, I need to get rid of all of these things, whether they're hidden or not. Okay, so let's get back to organizing and color coordinating. So I started off with all the puffer jackets in the back, color coordinated. Then I think I did like hoodies. And then after hoodies, then we have long sleeve shirts. And then there's a bunch of t-shirts as well as jerseys. Now, it's important to note that even though I'm taking out some of these things that I think should be passed on or let go, I have to make sure that the owner of these pieces, I have to make sure that they're okay with it. So I've set them aside for them to go through, and then once they agree, then we can get rid of those items. But if they don't agree, I will put it back, because at the end of the day, clothing is very personable or personal for people. So it's easy to look at something and say, no, you can let that go, but for a person, it has sentimental value. So this is what the closet was looking like after I was through. That is a Christmas tree box, by the way. I hate that I have to have it in here, but I'm going to make sure that I do cover it up so that it's not unsightly. So there is this pants rack that I did get on Amazon. So I will do more of the pants here. I think this pants was already ironed and prepped for special occasions. I did not want to fold it because it would have given a crease, so I'm going to hang that back in the closet, but I'm not sure where yet. So for now I just set it aside, and then I'm going to be hanging like denim pants here. He does have a lot of sweat bottoms, and we did not have more of these pants racks. So as I went on and saw just how many sweatpants was there, I had to decide how I was going to organize that. I decided to And even though they're folded, I'm also doing it in color coordination as well. It just reads better, right? So even right now, I'm looking at the shirts, and that black shirt is sticking out to me. So of course, in the end, you'll see how I reorganize that and put the black shirts on the bottom, because just looking at it, it just did not really flow seamlessly. And I really wanted the closet to appear more aesthetically pleasing and just made much more sense for the user, right? This was one example of that sentimental attachment. He absolutely loves this sweatshirt, so he was not about to let it go. So against my better judgment, I put it right back in his closet. And so was this one. So like I said, you know, everybody has to decide what is important for them. But if you're reorganizing your closet, I would suggest that you take a good look at your pieces. And for those pieces that have been really worn, or you know, if they're tattered or anything like that, or a little bit small, If you can fit them, then that's great, but if you do need to do any repairing, then that's probably a better idea. And I do think it goes without saying, but the reason why such emphasis should be placed on organizing your stuff or just taking the time to go through your pieces is that we forget. We tend to have a lot of things. Overconsumption is a thing, and it's for everybody. It's not just for persons like me who love to shop, but I think everybody has that ability to hoard stuff. You know, there is the person that has every piece of item they've ever gotten in their life from they were a teenager right up to adulthood, and then there are persons who are lucky enough to just be gifted stuff all the time. So whether you are buying the pieces or you're getting the pieces, it doesn't matter how you acquire the pieces, you have pieces. Even if they're handed down to you from siblings or whatever, you have pieces. And so if you're not careful and if you're not going through and decluttering and organizing, you are not going to know what you have, first of all, and then the next thing is you're just going to just not have enough space to keep it orderly, and it just makes life harder when you are getting dressed. And so I think that's one of the important things. So this is when I decided, you know what, let me take the black stuff from the top row and just put it on the bottom, and let me give those black stuff a metal hanger instead of the white. And so that's kind of what you're going to see me doing shortly as I get the closet together. This also took me quite some time. I had to stop and go back to it. And I hate having to stop and go back to stuff because I just want to get it done, right? But sometimes you have to give yourself a break. The other thing that I did do was for the hangers that we got when we go like dry cleaning, that with the paper stuff, I could just take them off, but I like that it protects it, so I did use those to hang like white shirts and put them on the side here, so you'll see some of that being organized as well. So because I had stopped, this is where I had stopped first, and this is what I had so far. Everything is coming together really nicely. That's the black on the bottom. I really do like how it kind of conceals that box down there. And then you'll see all the shirts on the top rack. Now you'll notice that the top of the shelf, I haven't put anything up yet. I decided to do that later on. So now you're going to see how I organized everything. You'll see the sheets. I did put them back up top, and then the shoe boxes are in the corner, and then we have the luggages in that corner as well. The sweatpants folded. I think it came together really nicely. I had this belt rack situation, and I put some hats there as well. It came together really nicely. Hopefully they can keep it organized. I'll show you what it was looking like before, and then this is the after. Actually very proud of what I've accomplished. It took a couple of hours. I would say in total it took maybe 2 hours to get it together, but it is completely worth it, and I encourage you to go ahead and declutter and organize your closet.